Hey everyone, George here, the Disney Family Man, coming to you with another video. What's going on? So this video is going to start an array of multiple videos that are going to come out uh, not simultaneously, but consecutively as the days go on, which this is going to be my dining reviews for all the restaurants that we had experienced during our 2-week vacation at Walt Disney World. And I'm going to kind of start the first one. This is not going to be in any subsequent order of like when we were there in the park. So I'm not going to go by the first restaurant we did, the second restaurant in that exact order. So being so, I thought that I'd kind of start off sort of kind of negative and then move on to the better ones. And that being said, the very first dining review I have is Tony's Town Square restaurant at the Magic Kingdom Park, just adjacent off of Main Street, USA. Right as you walk into the park, it's to the right side, opposite side of City Hall. And Tony's Town Square is based off of Disney's Lady and the Tramp, of Tony's restaurant where Lady and the Tramp had that iconic film scene where they shared a plate of spaghetti and meatballs together. And I have to say, for this restaurant, it was not a Bella Notte. it wasn't. It was. We have eaten at Tony's before, but I have to say this was a kind of a disappointment based off of the other experiences that we had in the past. For me, I had the traditional spaghetti and meatballs. My wife had a seafood pasta dish, and our son had wedding soup. And start off with my son's wedding soup. It wasn't a traditional wedding soup. There wasn't a whole lot of meatballs in it. The pasta was not the traditional type of pasta that you would use for a wedding soup. There was more vegetables in it than anything else, which nothing wrong with vegetables, but I'm just going by of how a proper wedding soup should be. That was not it. I actually tasted it myself along with my wife, and our son couldn't even finish the soup. And honestly, the texture and the taste, it kind of tasted like murky dishwater. And I'm sorry, Disney, but that's what it is. I don't know if it was that time that we got the soup. I don't know if anyone else had an experience with that, but that's what it was. My pasta dish was okay. The pasta was okay. The meatballs were phenomenal. The seasoning, the hint of spice to them, it went well with the pasta. The sauce was generic in a sense. It didn't really have an extra kick to it that I could say. I mean, the meatballs was the star of the dish. If that plate didn't have meatballs, that pasta dish would have been. My wife's seafood pasta was okay. I think it came with mussels, shrimp, and she said it was okay, but nothing worth getting excited over. And prior to those dishes, I forgot to actually mention that my wife and I got Caesar salads. Now, on the menu, they were $13 a piece for these Caesar salads. It was not I'm used to getting like a bowl with, the lettuce, the cheese, the dressing, the croutons. And what this was one small strip of a lettuce wedge and then a sort of like a crouton crostini and some shaved cheese on it. The dressing had absolutely no flavor, no taste. It didn't taste like a traditional Caesar dressing. It didn't really taste like anything, really. And for $13 a piece for a salad, that was not worth it. And our son's soup was, I think it was about $9. And the whole total for the 2 pasta dishes, the 2 salads, and our son's wedding soup, plus drinks, not counting gratuity for our waitress. It came to $90.93. Now, normally that is a traditional, basic price for a Disney restaurant. For what we got during that experience at Tony's, $90.93, that food was not worth it. And, I hate to be negative. I hate to give this kind of review, but hey, I have to tell the truth. I don't know if every person going to Tony's would have this experience. I'm only giving what our experience was and how it felt for us. And for us, it just was not worth it. Would we go back to Tony's again? Yes, probably, but not for a while. Because for me, it just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, no pun intended, to say, hey, I feel like spending another $100 on this restaurant where we really don't know how the execution of the food will be and how the final outcome would be. So as I said, it was $90.93. It was mediocre. It was okay. I mean, I've been to many restaurants, and I have to during this 2-week stay, and this was actually our least favorite restaurant. Even least favorite food in general. We had quick service meals that were better than Tony's food, to be honest with you. And as I said, I know I'm being honest. It's kind of a hit to the heart, so to speak, because I wanted to enjoy this. I want them to succeed, but I'm sorry, Disney, Tony's missed the mark on this one. So that's my dining review for Tony's. And also before I go, that the overall style of Tony's, and I know it kind of has to have that resemblance of how it fits in with Main Street, but I would love to see Tony's kind of transition into like that old style, Little Italy type of Italian restaurant, rather than it look like this contemporary Art Deco, turn of the century in the middle of Main Street. I think honestly, of where Tony's is located and the representation of it, I know where they're trying to go with it, but I think they need a lot of help with it, and especially with the menu and how things are prepared and cooked and served to the guests. So, so that's my dining review for Tony's. Please let me know, comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you like, love, dislike? Tell me what you know. I would love for you to give your input, have a conversation about it. And as I said, I know this is kind of a start of not really with a bang, because I started off kind of in a negative aspect, but I wanted to kind of get that one out of the way so I can move forward with the much better dining reviews. And, no matter which way you look at it, you're going to have likes and dislikes for all. And unfortunately, this was one of them. So again, thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And as always, folks, stay healthy, stay safe, stay Disney. Bye, everybody.